Isaac McHale.
Thanks, guys. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Isaac.
Happy birthday!
Yay!
Obviously, Ben's never seen me speak because I'm a really bad public speaker. I've left a trail of terrible speeches across the world the past year or two. I'm going to talk today about... Got asked to talk about something personal. I don't really have any good stories like some of the amazing people who've been on today, but I'm going to talk about culinary identity and how you define yourself, and the importance of being different. I thought about it. It's not really that important to be different. You can do, in cooking, you can cook something that's been done 1,000 times before. You can make loads of people happy. You can make yourself happy. You can, look after your family and everything. But it's really important for me to do something that was different. And so when I finally started leaving, I worked at the Ledbury for 6 years in London. When I finally left the Ledbury, number one priority was you're trying to figure out what your food is and where, you've done somebody else's food for years. But the important thing was to be different. I didn't want people to see the DNA of the Ledbury in my restaurant. And if you want to do something new, if you want to stand out from the crowd, and there's so many restaurants out there, you've got to do something that's new. If you copy what's been gone before, you can never move forward. So I left the Ledbury. I started doing pop-ups, trying to get my own identity, trying to find investors to do a restaurant. And I saw these guys in Sydney doing, nobody really knows this, this is like page 10 Google search, that I, inspired by the Taste of Young Sydney guys. I don't know if any of those guys are here, they're probably not.
There's a few here, actually.
Are they? Hi, guys. Yeah, I can't see you. Hi. So inspired by Taste of Young Sydney, we started Young Turks in London. That was me and Ben Greenose here, and another friend, James Lowe. We started doing little pop-up things and doing our own thing, trying to do something new, and that didn't feel like an extension of all the restaurants in London. They were kind of doing modern French food that came from Gordon Ramsay and came from before. So I did all that stuff, and then started my own restaurant. Had to figure out which of the ideas from the Young Turks were mine and which ideas weren't mine, but I was doing because we were doing something together. So it took me a while, but started the Clove Club. Tried to figure out what was my identity. And I got this little bookmark with a quote on it by a French artist, Pierre Bonnard, and it really kind of stuck with me. And it said, "I do not wish to belong to any school. I just want to do something that's personal to myself." And I kind of, that resonated with me. I didn't want to be some foraging chef or some new British, kind of young Brit chef. I just wanted to do my thing. And, I was Scottish. I was cooking in London. I grew up in inner city Glasgow, and there wasn't Scottish food around. I started cooking because I wanted to know how to make chicken pakora, Punjabi food. And Scottish food was kind of, I didn't see haggis apart from on Scotland Day, day before Australia Day. Didn't see cranachan or any Scottish food. It didn't really exist apart from in cookbooks. So it was like a fairy tale thing, certainly for me in the city. And came to opening my own restaurant. I wanted to be I wanted to do Scottish things, but it felt a bit false. It felt like it wasn't me. And using a bit of Indian spice here or there was more natural because that's where I'd come from. That was my story. That's why I grew up. So I tried to stay away from and tried to avoid in all these interviews the new British and do you feel like you're part of a movement thing. And I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going. But I went to America last year, and I did a talk in California. And I went to 2 restaurants. French Laundry, Saison. Sorry I didn't go Daniel Patterson to WAW. I really wanted to. It was, I didn't make it. But I had a couple of wow moments in those meals, and it really struck me that going out for dinner, you can have things that what you want to strive for, or what I want to strive for, and that helped me define myself, was things that stop you in your tracks, that make you like, wow. You stop talking, wow, I can't believe what I'm tasting. And it's hard to do those things. You can't just pull them out of the bag or decide you're going to do them. It takes thought and it takes time, but when you come to one of those things, you really want to grab it and try and make it your own, because that's the things people remember when they come to your restaurants, those knockdown, can't believe I just tasted that things. And the one that struck me was in Saison. There was loads of consommes served, loads of broths, and it made me realize that it's all like the purest thing, because there's no texture, there's no like appearance of the food, or well, there's a little bit of appearance, but it's all about the flavor. It's just a liquid in the flavor. And like a person who's lost one of their senses, you're focused, you really, really focus on the taste. You become like, you really concentrate on it. And so we started doing in the restaurant a duck broth dish, which is inspired by that trip. And it's helped me define how I want to cook and what I want to think about when I'm cooking, and trying to be different, trying to do something that's mine, that's not thinking about Noma, thinking about Attica, thinking about all the great restaurants that are out there, because you can't copy them and be your own person. You're just copying. So yeah, that's it. I don't know how long. Have I even done 5 minutes? Am I way past? So that's the end of it. I just want to kind of sum up and say, I hope this helps all the young cooks out there think about how they define themselves and how they go about leaving where they've worked before and trying to do something that isn't derivative. Obviously, you've got to, you've learned from those people, but if you want to be different, do something else. Thanks, guys.